So I'm back, and not really with a hard one or an easy one, but with one that was genuinely. It's just me that confuses generally and genuinely. I don't confuse them, I know what they are, but my body, my mouth, don't. I genuinely did enjoy this one out of the curiosity aspect of it because, well, I've always wanted to know, can you beat Deepwoken without ever throwing in M1? And the answer to that question is most definitely yes. It's not that hard. So I went for Gale in this, Gale, and it wasn't too hard, but this is where I did a dumb mistake, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do something so smart. No, none of my viewers expect me to do this. Yeah, because I was like, okay, how am I gonna level up? Because I can't M1, and I haven't got any mantras to use, so it can't be mantra only. I was like, wait a minute, Shrine to Blasphemy. So I went all the way there, did that absolute fuckery. Turns out you can't do it at level 1, even though I have 5 knowledge and it requires 5 knowledge. Bear in mind, by the way, that I didn't have starting knowledge echoes maxed out, so I went out of my way to do the trial of 1 with all the modifiers on, well, apart from Fragile Heart, twice, so I could get this fucking thing. But I had the brilliant idea of just bringing the bandits over to the mud skippers and letting them do that. Also, there's this weird like log thing, and I was in the server for way longer than usual, and I was genuinely like genuine. Yeah, see, I've done it again, man. I genuinely was rather confused of what the fuck it was, and it didn't seem to be like a boss or something like that. So I was just a bit perplexed, as one might say. So when I've been talking about ReZero, I've never actually, I haven't finished it. I was like watching it, and I just started season 2 again. My anime watching rate and just my everything watching rate is just dead. I've got nothing to do. Like, I'm in summer holidays, so I still work. I've been working for a while, but I work, I come home, and I don't know what I do. Like, I play some games with my friends, and then I go to sleep at like 11. And before, in that time, I could get done a copious, I mean copious amounts of content, consume it all, but nothing hits the same apart from ReZero. So I've got into season 2. That was my point. I've completely lost my point there, and my jaw drops, brother. Like, the first conversation, I love it so much. It's probably one of my favorite things. Natsuki Subaru is so well written, and if you guys have picked up on a few of my like little sly comments here and there, I write, and if I could ever write someone half as good as Natsuki Subaru, I think that would fill me with joy for like the rest of my life. I love him. It's like, he's so well written, and it's beautiful. I hate him, but you're meant to hate him at times, and you're meant to love him at other times. He's human. He's not perfect. I don't think I ever told you guys, but I managed to get my father into anime since he used to watch Fist of the North Star when it ran on like TV. Fun fact, by the way, if you didn't know, the Omomo Shinderu, that actually comes from Fist of the North Star. So I got him, his first anime he ever watched was me, and his first like proper anime was Summertime Rendering. And he had his favourite character, and if you've seen Summertime Rendering, there's this character, split personality, big boobs. I'm talking like H or couple, I don't even know what it was, but very big breasted, and that was my dad's favourite character. And I was like, what? Why's she your favourite character? Because she's generally a cool character, and I did like her. And he's like, I know it's pathetic, but I feel like if she's a real person, she'd be really, really fit. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Dad, you're like 13 episodes into your first anime, and you're already a fucking degenerate. Hey, do you guys know what is the best remedy for getting cum out of altar boys' clothes or robes? Holy water. Abridged anime has always held like a weirdly special place in my heart. Like, the SAO abridged, honestly enjoy more than SAO, and the Hellsing Ultimate abridged is just the best thing ever. Like, that's what I was quoting a second ago, that joke, and it just Alucard. They're all walking quote factories in Hellsing abridged, and for the longest time, I related way too much. If you've not with abridged Kirito, and if you've watched that, you should know no one should relate to this motherfucker. And he had a negative impact on me. I was like, this guy's cool. He's just a dick, but I carried that on. I am still just a dick. But if for whatever reason you guys were wondering like why I chose Gale for this and not Flame Charm, is because I had in my head that I weren't gonna kill these guys. I was gonna just kill the monsters before just straight away. But then I realised it's easy to kill these guys, and I asked my friend like what mantra does the most damage, because I am so out of touch with actual Deepwoken meta. I've been doing challenge run for too long, and he told me Gale, and I believe, I didn't do any research, I just believed him wholeheartedly, and I mean, I haven't tested doing a mantra only run and other stuff, but from what I can see, it does a lot of damage considering it's mantra only. Did you guys know that in Australia there was the Great Emu War? I think it was Australia, where all the farmers went to war with the emus and they just lost completely. Like, I think they spent so much money on like weapons and they just lost to fucking emus, and it was about like French levels of losing a war. It was ridiculous, apparently. I'm not well versed in the Great Emu War. I've just heard it through the pipeline of my history nerd of a friend. My man knows way too much. So I've got this weird idea, and it's probably not a good one, but since you guys seem to love my commentary so much, which again, thanks so much for that, because it blindsided me. Like, I told my friend, and I was like, yo, they actually like my commentary, and he was like, okay, but what the fuck else do you expect them to like? They're not gonna come here for the content. And I was like, well, yeah, that was like my whole plan. And he was like, yeah, but just think about it. Every favorite YouTuber you got, you like them, not the content. I was like, shit, you got the point. So this brings me to my point, which I lost again about 15 seconds ago. Is that, would you guys like to see some form of, I don't know, because I'm running out of video ideas, and I'm basically just using this to yap anyway. So would you guys like to see some form of dumb, I don't even want to say it, like a podcast or some like commentary channel? Since YouTube is cucking me up the arse and I'm way too lazy and too small to get a Patreon, I'm gonna put a link in the description. If it's there, I didn't get lazy and I could be asked, to a Discord server, and that's pretty where I'm gonna host most of my polls for shit, because I've got like a lot of ideas, but I've only got enough sanity in me to keep doing this. Wait, for all you guys know, this could be footage that my friend done, and I could just be commentating over. That'd be wild. It's not, and I can prove it. I've actually got no proof, but I can try and prove it if you like. I was thinking about live streaming this shit, but also I don't actually speak when I do it, apart from when I die and I fucking scream on top of my lungs. I generally have my I've done it again. Generally, yeah, okay, no, I did it properly this time. I generally have a bunch of music in my ears, blaring out any noise ever, and just focusing. Like, yeah, I need the music to keep the dark thoughts away when I'm playing this shit, because every minute when it gets to like power 12 and above, I'm looking at the lamp next to me and I'm debating, just munching down on the light bulb. For any of you wondering, I know none of you do, but I'm honestly running out of shit to talk about, so I'm going to talk about my job now. I'm living it up, fuck off, spider. No. That way. No, go away. I'm keeping you in this house because I'm sick of these flies. Anyway, back to the point, I just shit myself. You're fucking so big. I work for my father, and I have for quite a few years now. Nepotism at its finest. I love a bit of nepotism. And through proxy, my friend got a job because he's my friend. So nepotism that benefits other people is good nepotism. Anyway, currently, like, I've done roofing, brickwork, and now I'm learning the business side, but I'm currently, at the moment, the only person in the firm that knows how to fly a drone, even though it took me it takes 4 minutes to learn, not even that. It can land itself and take itself off, it's not that deep. So, I do roof surveys with a drone currently, and my dad always gets, I'm not the best speaker to people, especially when they're like 20 years above me. Even my own age ain't that good, but let's not talk about that. So, I try and avoid them, because it's just awkward when like someone's leering over your controller as you try and fly the drone, and they're like, "You alright?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just trying to fly the fucking drone and not hit the pigeon on the roof." Pigeons don't like me, especially seagulls. So, back to the point. He gives them my case because I don't go speak to the customers. But I've learnt now that I can take the drone off from the van, and if I'm good enough, I can catch it from the van, so I never actually have to leave the van. On a side note, well, technically the primary note, I was off to go on Cap My Intelligence because it's the first time I've ever done it, and this ugly contractor fucking prick apparently had a fucking boner for my death, and put his fucking 8 inches right up my tight little ass. Ugh, I'm keeping that in, but that didn't sound fucking nice to say. So now this has become a depths progression. I apologise, because I definitely am not beating Enforcer with this build, because I'm pretty sure Enforcer takes like way less mantra damage. You know those people that like their phones are so dry they practically like jump at any notification noise. Honestly, like fuck those people because they text back so quickly and shit. And you know how I know about these people is because I'm one of them, and I don't like it. My group chat's like 65. That's generous. About 75% me, and like 10% another guy, 10% another guy, and 5% another guy. So I don't know if you guys have the same type of sense of humor as me. I assume you kind of do because you're laughing at my jokes. But I tell my jokes to people like in person, obviously. And the biggest compliment I can get, especially out of a girl, is that when I tell them one of the jokes, I get this guilty laugh where they know they definitely shouldn't laugh because it's a dick thing to laugh about, but it's so funny you just gotta laugh at it. So what's your guys' opinions on gay best friends? You see, you can call me insecure, but I don't trust them. So I've got to test them out myself and to see just how far they're willing to go undercover. When I get hold of them, I quickly I discern whether they're gay or not. I'm really good at prostate exams. You know, like the anime fan bases that I hate and love the most. Like I can't stand the Naruto fan base, and I hate but love the fucking JJK fan base because I constantly do fucking quote lobotomy Kaizen all the time. It's like, are you mitochondria because you're the powerhouse of the cell, or are you the powerhouse of the cell because you're mitochondria? I love shit like that so much. But I got a feeling that the fucking JJK fan base are the type of people to get diagnosed with a white disease and just hit them with the nah, I'd win type mentality. So like they are you've the most brain rotted, but like also I don't know, evolved brains at the same time. So I know a couple of you guys are real ones. Like in this Discord channel, I get to find out who's the real ones. Because just joining that is elite. But you guys get to see full levels of, I don't want to say autism, because that's probably quite insulting to people that's actually got autism. Because I don't think they're as fucking stupid as me. And I'll probably try and recruit someone for an idea that everyone's had for a while for me, but I've never been able to do it because my friends have got, well, too much sanity to ever be involved in one of my fucking challenge runs. They've heard the shit that I say about them. And they're basically, I need someone to do like a dual progression thing. I think it'd be quite cool, but no one would do it with me because they're, well, healthy. I'm like 5'5", 5'4". I have this 6'2" friend who just completely overshadows me every time I walk in anywhere with him. And he's great to hide behind, but when you're trying to stand out, it's impossible. Like, you have to, like, fucking floor the fucker just to stand out. So thank you guys for watching and getting this far. I was pretty proud of this run, almost finished it, but my rampant dumbness straight up just fell into the void.